Hello, and welcome to the 2020 Faculty Awards and Recognition Ceremony. My name is John Inadomi. I'm the chair of the Department of Internal Medicine. Now, although this event recognizes faculty promotions and a variety of department awards, I'd like to first thank all of our amazing faculty for what they've done this year. That's from our clinical faculty who've been working tirelessly to take care of not only COVID patients, but all of our patients, including those who have a much larger need with very complex diseases. And we've been treating them irrespective of this pandemic. To our educators to develop highly innovative ways, not only to teach our residents, students, and fellows a way to teach them around the pandemic, but also how to really care for patients during a pandemic. And this is important because it's expected they will likely need these skills in their future careers. And finally, to our talented scientists, who found a way to innovate and discover despite the many barriers and achieved great success in rising national reputation for excellence in research. So thank you for your immense dedication to our patients, to their families, to our trainees, and to our work to disseminate what we learn here at the University of Utah to the larger academic community, both nationally and internationally. Let's begin this year's ceremony by recognizing our faculty who received promotions. Faculty promotions took effect back in July, but the journey to promotion can take many years, and each of the following individuals has worked diligently to achieve this next step in their careers. It's a rigorous process, and we commend each of them for their efforts and success. We'll first recognize promotions to assistant professor. This includes Dr. Nicholas Brennan, Dr. Caitlin Bryan, Dr. Adrian Carey, Dr. Natalie Coma, Dr. Jared Huber, Dr. Beth Middleton, Dr. Morgan Millar, Dr. Matthew Mulligan. We also have promotion to adjunct assistant professor, Dr. Matthew Chabot, and Dr. Lowell Chang. 2020 promotions to associate professor include the following: Dr. Catherine Byrne, Dr. Paloma Carrillo, Dr. Ann Flynn, Dr. Kansi Graves, Dr. Mai Hems, who also received award of tenure, and Dr. Lillian Kaur. Dr. Marcus Pazzolesi, Dr. Deepika Reddy, Dr. Eileen Rodan, Dr. Vanessa Stevens, Dr. Joel Trinity, and Dr. Jesse Walsh. Also note that Drs. Pazzolesi, Rodan, and Walsh also received award of tenure. Congratulations. We also have a variety of adjunct associate professors who were promoted this year, including Dr. Kelly Mernon, Dr. Angela Pulgiano, Dr. Raj Surapan, and Dr. Clint Sheffield. Finally, we have our promotions to full professor. Now, this is a landmark in one's academic career, and so I really do congratulate these four individuals, including Dr. Anthony Donato, Dr. Kimberly Hansen, Dr. Angela Presson, and Dr. Nate Warner. We also have 2 awards of tenure, in addition to those who received tenure and promotion, including Dr. Ellen Beswick and Dr. Dan Curiel. I'd like to now turn to our emerita faculty. Now, this group of individuals represents among the most dedicated and hardest working members of our entire department with many years of service among them. The first appointment to Professor Emeritus recognized is Dr. Bjorkman, the Division of Gastroenterology, Hepatology, and Nutrition. David has been a University of Utah Ute since receiving his undergraduate degree in 1972, his medical degree in 1976. Since that time, he's held various leadership roles, both here in Utah and beyond, representing the University of Utah to the highest degree. We'll hear more about Dr. Bjorkman's during the awards section of this presentation. Next, we recognize Dr. Grant Cannon from the Division of Rheumatology. Dr. Cannon also has deep connections with the University of Utah, earning his undergraduate and medical degrees from the U, and serving as a member of faculty since 1976. Dr. Cannon served as Associate Chief of Staff for Education at the Salt Lake City VA. His passion for education thrived over the years, serving Director of the Evidence-Based Medicine Medical Student Education Program. Many of his medical students and residents have become successful rheumatology fellows here at the U and in various training programs across the country. Dr. Cano is a face of the VA Rheumatoid Arthritis Registry. We forged a successful collaboration between multiple VA facilities, biostatisticians, radiologists, and a variety of database managers. Dr. Don Cohan is awarded appointment to Professor Emeritus after 30 years as a faculty member in the Division of Nephrology and Hypertension. Over the course of his career, Dr. Cohan excelled in research, education, clinical work, and administrative roles. He is a molecular physiologist and was a research pioneer in endothelin and the kidney. He was a VA Medical Service Chief 1997 to 1999 and Chief of the Division of Nephrology at the University of Utah in 1999 to 2009. Among his many awards, his election to the American Society of Clinical Investigation, Association of American Physicians, and the American Physiological Society Starling Distinguished Lectureship in 2013, and the Tomo Masaki Award for Endothelin Research in 2019. Finally, we recognize Dr. Kenneth Spitzer from the Division of Cardiovascular Medicine as Professor Emeritus. Dr. Spitzer was interim co-director of the Nora Eccles Harrison Cardiovascular Research and Training Institute from 1999 to 2003, and director of the CVRTI from 2003 to 2019. His research focused on cardiac cellular physiology, including intracellular pH regulation, calcium handling, and electrophysiology. A significant proportion of his research was done in close collaboration with faculty at Oxford University, where Dr. Spitzer maintained a visiting professorship for many years. Dr. Spitzer's work was funded continuously by the NIH for over 20 years, and he received a prestigious NIH Merit Award. He served on the NIH and AHA study sections and editorial boards of several prestigious journals. In 2015, he received the University of Utah Distinguished Teaching Award in recognition of his physiology teaching to first and second year medical students. Congratulations to Drs. Bergman, Cannon, Cohan, and Spitzer on their appointments to Professor Emeritus. I'll now pass this presentation over to Dr. Caroline Milne, our Vice Chair of Education and Director of the Internal Medicine Residency Program, so she can recognize our Teaching Award winners this year.
Thank you, Dr. Inadomi. I'm Caroline Milne, and it's my honor to serve as Program Director for this department and Vice Chair of Education. Each year, our residents vote on outstanding teachers in the department. Usually we present these awards at a spring grand rounds, but because of the pandemic, of course, these plans were sidelined. So I'm happy today to present these fantastic teachers their awards via this recorded ceremony. Sarah Beasley at Intermountain Medical Center was awarded the Outstanding Faculty Teaching Award in Pulmonary and Critical Care Medicine. Marissa Grodsky was awarded the Outstanding Faculty Teaching Award for her work in endocrinology at the VA Medical Center. Lowell Chang, also at the VA Medical Center, was awarded Outstanding Faculty Teaching in Cardiovascular Medicine, and Matthew Kirkpatrick was awarded Outstanding Faculty Teacher in General Internal Medicine at Intermountain Medical Center. Additionally, it's my great delight to announce that Katie LePay was awarded Outstanding Mentorship Award this year for her work in the hospitalist track. She serves as a hospitalist here at Utah Health, clerkship director for the third-year clerkship, and associate program director. Emily Spivak was awarded Outstanding Faculty Teaching in a subspecialty. Of course, she practices infectious diseases here at University of Utah Health and at the VA Medical Center. Sonia Rome was awarded Outstanding Faculty Teaching in General and Internal Medicine. She serves as a hospitalist here at Utah Health, a fourth-year clerkship director, and an associate program director in the training program. And finally, Taylor Washburn was awarded Outstanding Faculty Teaching in General Internal Medicine at the VA Medical Center. Congratulations to all of our 2020 Teaching Award winners, and I'd also like to give a shout out to our residents at this time. Most of you might know, but we just earned 5 years of 100% American Board of Internal Medicine board certification. And also this year on the in-training exam, we scored at the 93rd percentile nationally. Certainly these outstanding clinician educators along with all of you, deserve credit in this performance. I'm really proud to be part of this training program. And now back to you, Dr. Inadomi.
Thank you, Dr. Milne, and again, congratulations to all of our teaching award winners. I'm going to echo our sentiments by saying thank you for your dedication to your students in the midst of this pandemic, and especially as you juggle your many hats over your duties and home life. It's worthy of admiration. Next, we'll move to the presentation of the Department Chair Awards. In 2018, the Chair Awards for Service to the Department were introduced as a way to recognize outstanding contributions to the department. I'm honored to announce 4 recipients for this year, 2020, all of whom are receiving these awards for service in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'd first like to recognize Dr. Nate Hatton, from the Division of Respiratory Critical Care and Occupational Pulmonary Medicine. Dr. Hatton joined our faculty in 2009. He currently serves as the Associate Medical Director at Medical ICU at the University Hospital. He's continued to lead his colleagues this COVID-19 pandemic with expert knowledge and skill. And it's for this knowledge and guidance as a leader through the pandemic that he's been selected as a recipient of the 2020 Chair Award for Service to the Department. We thank you all for your service and leadership, Dr. Hatton. In addition to receiving this year's Outstanding Faculty Mentorship Award, I am pleased to present Dr. Katie LePay, a 2020 Chair Award for Service to the Department. Dr. LePay is an assistant professor and hospitalist in the Division of General Internal Medicine, while also serving as an associate program director for the Internal Medicine Residency Program and student clerkship director. With their students unable to participate in clinical and hospital rotations due to PPE shortage at the beginning of this pandemic, Dr. LePay helped to create an online curriculum in like less than 2 weeks so they could continue their studies in safety. It's for these efforts that she's recipient of the Service to the Department Award. Dr. LePay, thank you for your innovation and education. Dr. Sonia Ram is the 3rd recipient of this year's Chair Award for Service to the Department. Dr. Ram is assistant professor and hospitalist within the Division of General Internal Medicine. He's also an associate program director for the Internal Medicine Residency Program and student clerkship director. Like Dr. LePay, Dr. Ram was an integral part of developing an online simulation curriculum for students during the beginning of this pandemic. This is no small feat as she mastered both her clinical duties on top of completely innovating the medical student curriculum. Dr. Ram, please accept this well-deserved award on behalf of the students you continue to inspire. Finally, I'd like to recognize Dr. Nate Warner as a final recipient of the 2020 Chair Award for Service to the Department. Nate wears many hats in our department across the UU Health, serving as the director of the University of Utah Hospital Medicine Section, Associate Director of Supportive and Palliative Care Program, and the Inpatient Chief Value Officer for the Department of Internal Medicine. Dr. Warner's leadership and level-headedness have been essential in managing the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for your service, Dr. Warner. Our next award represents the cumulative efforts of someone who has a remarkable career dedicated to the success of the Department of Internal Medicine. For this year's Chair Award, I'm honored to announce the recipient is Dr. David Bjorkman. Dr. Bjorkman has been part of the University of Utah and Department of Internal Medicine family for over 40 years as a student, trainee, physician researcher, dean of the School of Medicine, and most recently as interim chair. As David has remarked before, the job of interim chair was not one he sought out or even wanted, but he still stepped up, faced this challenging role when it was needed the most. And for this, we are eternally grateful. He took an active role in his capacity as interim chair, helping to expand our clinical research and educational missions and leading us through the initial part of this pandemic. David was incredibly generous with his time and his experience. It was instrumental in my ability to successfully transition to this new role. I can't think of someone more worthy of the Chair Award for Lifetime Achievement. So thank you, Dr. Bjorkman, for your many years of dedication to the University of Utah family. Now, finally, we move to the presentation of our 3 department awards. The William D. Odell and Margaret F. Odell Jr. Investigator Award is given annually to an assistant professor who's demonstrating the potential to become an academic leader in internal medicine. He's already embodied honesty, integrity, and maturity in personal interactions with peers, administrators, students, and patients. The department recognizes Dr. Benjamin Steinberg from the Division of Cardiovascular Medicine as a recipient of this year's Odell Jr. Investigator Award. Dr. Steinberg joined our faculty in 2016 after receiving clinical training at Johns Hopkins Hospital and Duke University and research training at the Duke Clinical Research Institute. His research focuses on the impact of atrial fibrillation on quality of life. He's authored 90 original manuscripts in peer-reviewed journals. He's forged important research relationships within the University of Utah Health, including collaborations with the Department of Population Health Sciences and the Department of Biomedical Informatics. And these relationships have resulted in a successful K23 Career Development Award, notably funded on its first submission. Now, there's no doubt that Dr. Steinberg is on the short track to become an outstanding independent investigator. He's incredibly deserving of the Odell Jr. Investigator Award. Congratulations, Dr. Steinberg. The next awardee we recognize is the John R. Hoytel, MD, Senior Investigator Award. This award is given annually to a tenured professor who continues to demonstrate excellence in research and who has made significant research contributions toward advancing the field of medicine. The award is named after John R. Hoytel because of the contributions Dr. Hoytel made as a past chair of the department and in recognition of his distinguished career as a physician scientist. This year's recipient is Dr. Andy Wyrick, professor in the Division of Respiratory Critical Care and Occupational Pulmonary Medicine, and the vice president for research for the University of Utah Health. Dr. Wyrick exemplifies the characteristics of Dr. Hoytel as an outstanding scientist, generous collaborator, and dedicated mentor. Dr. Wyrick's research focuses on platelet biology, where he most notably discovered a previously unsuspected role for platelets as contributors to the inflammatory response. His work helped birth the entire field of thromboinflammation, and he initiated a wave of related research activity both nationally and internationally. His studies have resulted in over 160 peer-reviewed publications in the highest quality journals, and the NIH continuously funded his research since 1997. He was recently awarded a prestigious R35 grant from the NHLBI in recognition of the ongoing success of his research enterprise. Congratulations, Dr. Wyrick, on this very deserved award. An outstanding scientist who continues to bring distinction to the Department of Internal Medicine and the entirety of the University of Utah. Our final award is the Thomas H. Kane, MD Award for Clinical Excellence. Because of the contributions Dr. Kane made to the clinical mission of the Department of Internal Medicine for more than 45 years, it is very fitting to name this award after him. The memories of Dr. Kane's warm bedside manner and enthusiasm for patient care will live on through this award. The Thomas H. Kane, MD Award for Clinical Excellence is given annually to a faculty member in the Department of Internal Medicine who demonstrates excellence in clinical practice through quality care, excellent patient experience, and other measures of clinical success. We're delighted to present this award to Dr. Joe Abraham, an associate professor in the Division of Nephrology and Hypertension. Dr. Abraham, described as a master clinician by her nominators, embodies that warm and passionate spirit of Dr. King for providing quality patient care. Not only does she set an example with her incredible wealth of knowledge and curiosity, but a concern and her ability to teach her patients while still caring for them. Her enthusiasm for the art and science of medicine is contagious, especially when it comes to trainees under her instruction. For all objective and subjective measures of patient satisfaction and quality of care, there's no one more deserving of this Clinical Excellence Award. In addition to being a master clinician, Dr. Abraham has numerous clinical administrative duties in her division and serves as a member of the School of Medicine Curriculum Evaluation Committee, all while finding time to volunteer at the 4th Street Clinic, where she supervises medical students who care for patients with kidney disease. Thank you, Dr. Abraham, for taking such good care of our patients and continuing the legacy of Dr. King within our department. This concludes the 2020 Faculty Awards and Recognition Ceremony for the Department of Internal Medicine. Thank you again for tuning into this year's virtual event to honor our faculty colleagues. Again, another big thank you for our recently promoted faculty and winners of our teaching, chair, and department awards.